I like this color a little bit. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Trust Your Truth. Just like I said last time, this episode we're going to start off by talking about basically the application of the word. You know, we tell you about the word, where it came from. Let's talk about how we use it.
But how are we living it out? That is the real question. Yeah, that's actually a big part for me, though. I'm not gonna lie. So I think sometimes it's funny because I'm like, okay, y'all heard me say before, relinquish, yes. Like I actually created the word more so for myself, and then just so happened to want to share it with other people. Felt the need to, right?
Only child syndrome, selfish.
I can be. However, I was like, okay, it would be tragic to say and to be preaching like, oh yeah, you must live your truth, but then not be somebody who lives their truth, right? So yeah, like I mean, it plays out every day for me. I think one of the biggest ways it does is I'm trying to think because okay, so I have a day job, yeah, and then I have Relinquish.
This stuff does cost money.
It does. And so like with my day job, a lot of times like living out like my truth when it comes to that is I'm in sales. So think of every negative like word you can think that people associate with salespeople. They're pushy, they're unethical, they do sketchy things, all that, right? Well, no matter what, that would never be me, right? But sometimes I feel like my sales would be better if I was a little sketchy. But at the end of the day, I'm like, that's not my truth. And it never will be. So like, I'm always going to be the person that's going to go through the agreement with them, go over everything, make sure they feel comfortable, even if that means I take a little bit of a loss.
So, I mean, with that, do you kind of find a way that you have to have a balance? Like, yeah, you can trust your truth and be who you are, but at the same time, do you feel like you're holding yourself back? This is what I mean. You can have a truth about yourself and know who you are, but at the same time, you still have to grow. Because I think some of those aspects of what you have to do with sales is kind of what we need to do with Relinquish too.
Yeah. Well, wait, what's your question exactly?
My question is trust your truth, right? You're saying how you apply it, you live it every day through your sales, and you said that's not you. But in a way, you have to be able to understand those same dynamics of sales, of being aggressive, of having that confidence, of being able to be a conversation starter. Do you also believe in trust your truth in a way of identifying what you're lacking, and then also to working on those things?
That's a great point. I think that sometimes we think parts of our truth are the comfortable part, right? And then we kind of can ignore other parts. So what I mean by that is when you ask about, so for instance, with sales, if I'm a salesperson, what is my job?
Right. It's sell products.
It's to sell at the end of the day. So if I say, no, I didn't want to be unethical, or I didn't want to be pushy or whatever, and that's why I didn't get any sales, like my truth then would be, I didn't do my job. So there's aspects where like, yes, like I would say like trusting my truth does make me rise to the challenge, because I can't use excuses for why I can't get to somewhere. Like, so like what you're saying, like even though sales is not my natural inclination, like that's all that is, y'all. I still have to be able to share with people like what I'm doing and be able to, if I don't have the skills, work on ways to improve myself.
Well, it's not like that. I think sometimes you take the aspects that you think that you don't have, or basic things aren't your truth, and tie them into your truth. Like for example, for me, being pushy, I don't see it as a thing of being pushy. I see it as a thing of really, hey, I believe in this product. I think this product is something that you should have. And because you do care and you're a caring person, say, hey, I'm not being pushy. I'm trying to push you to be the best you can be, so you can see how valuable this product is, because I think it can help you. So I sometimes think that's the way too of, just like you said, it's not knowing that your truth and knowing that's a place of comfort.
Yeah.
Breaking that comfort down into something that you can use it. So you have to it's kind of a combination. Like I think sometimes people, when you think of trust your truth, you think that your truth is finite, it's concrete. But I think your truth can change as you grow.
It's flexible.
Yeah, it's malleable, very fluid.
Yeah, it has to be, because I mean, there's like, we're evolving people, so nothing's ever gonna just stay the same and always be one way. So like, we have to be able to grow with our truth. And I think, that's a great point, babe. Yeah. I think you did a good job there of like mentioning how it's not concrete.
That's one reason she married me.
I don't tell him this to his face very often. But you did a good job. No, I'm just fine. I'm totally kidding. No, but no, I think that that's a great point. So, if anything, trusting your truth, it has to be flexible, and it also has to be very true and genuine, authentic for yourself. Okay.
Okay. And while we're on the subject of why you married in the first place, tell me how does that something that we think we apply in our marriage, in our daily life, or just in our marriage period?
I mean, honestly, I think you pretty much just hit on it when you talk about like challenging me to see the whole truth and not just the pieces of the truth that I think are comfortable and not scary. Like you challenge me to do a better job of one, being able to show people what trust your truth means, and selling the product and not just being comfortable with saying it's okay, I'm just creative and people are gonna get it or they're not gonna get it. It's whatever, I don't care. Yeah. Like you challenge me in that way, but that's in my opinion how you challenge me. Yeah. As far as when it comes to trusting your truth, how do you think I challenge you?
Well, I think for me, how trust your truth kind of applies to our marriage and how you push me is, a lot of times you tell me about my truth and the fact of like, hey, this is who you are, but you can't use that excuse to be an asshole. Because anybody who knows me knows I was always very blunt, very straightforward in a way of, hey, change how you deliver your message so people are able to take it in and absorb it. What do you feel like, there's moments where it's hard for us to live it out?
The moments that are hard, I think, is just when we're trying to be, when we're stubborn. We both are very stubborn. So he might tell me something and present it, and I'm like, Thaddeus, like, whatever, I know who I am, real stubborn. I'm an angel, truly. It just have my moments at times.
She don't lie on camera like that. But I think it's also, I think it's only just in those ways, but I also think there's ways in terms of you being able to reveal your truth. I think a lot of times trusting your truth is being able to be open and revealing with it. And I think that's something we're going to talk about in our next episode about just ways of how people, we see trust your truth in the world and how it applies. Yeah. I think a lot of times trust your truth is being able to reveal it and put it out there. Yeah. Well, until next time, guys, this is a great episode. I definitely love the conversation we had. Until next time, on that next episode, you're going to see us talk about how we see trust your truth in the world. Until then, trust your truth, be dope as is, free to be. Just love the brand and be relinquished and be free. See ya.